I'm ready.
She just wants to count the guapo. Run it up just like El Chapo. Drinking champagne from the bottle. Slamming in the Silverado. Duros with a supermodel. Burning down that good gelato. Live today like no tomorrow. She just wants to count the guapo. I do this on a day-to-day. Guapo each and every way. Dumbing up a dingy face. She just wants to shift who guess she would've knew. I blessed her with a clue when I'm flexing in the coupe. I exit with the troops on excursions through the loop. No time for stressing to the loop. She just wants to count the guapo. Run it up just like El Chapo. Drinking champagne from the bottle. Slamming in the Silverado. Duros with a...
Welcome, everybody. East Elvins 310 Podcast coming at you again on June 14th at 11:27. You know I timestamp it, and it don't matter, and I've said it before. We got ShowMe Green on the left. We got J-Dog on the right. Got the strawberry bubbles rolling on the floor. Yeah. How y'all doing out there?
Oh, we're doing good. Just
having a little mixer problems.
Two are the rainbow guava, aren't they?
Yep.
Yeah. And then frozen OG up top.
No, those are the strawberry bubbles.
You know, I gave you frozen OG.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Shit, I am.
I gave you this.
Yeah, oh, my gosh. Yeah, I actually mislabeled them, too. I was sitting there thinking, oh, they're doing so good.
I was looking at the structure. I was like, that's
Yeah.
not bubbles, man. I know how
So-
bubbles grows.
Yeah, you got the rainbow guava, right?
Oh, yeah, I know
Well,
that
I
one.
did.
Yeah.
So we were finding out that J-Dog's been growing something that he didn't know he was growing. It happens. That's why we gather, so we can bring our minds together and all get balanced out. Because it's
That's
been a
right.
while. We missed
Yeah.
last week.
Yeah.
So sorry about missing it. Didn't do a show last week because, yes, I did go to the Aaron Kamm concert with my boy Thomas Marks, a very good bud tender of mine that I worked with at Starbuds. Huge. He's the one that turned me on to Aaron Kamm very first. He always plays at the Oyster Bar. Thomas works at the extraction facility out in Perryville, so he's actually a rosin extractor.
Oh, yeah, cool.
That's all he does is blare music and press rosin.
Yeah.
It's a good life.
They don't
Good
sell.
life.
They
It's
don't
a
sell.
rough life,
They don't really
yeah.
gram out theirs. They usually sell theirs in bulk, so they're selling it to people that are making gummies that want rosin. So they're selling them in bulk, buying it by probably by half pound, quarter pound, I would imagine at a time.
Yeah.
Hard telling, probably quarter, because that's a lot of rosin, depending on the facility.
Yeah, it depends how many gummies you're
But can you imagine waking
Quarter
up in
pound
the
of rosin goes real quick with gummies.
It does.
That'd be pretty to see.
just waking up every morning and being like, damn, I gotta go to work, and you're just pressing rosin.
Yeah, and a nice cold air condition.
Very cool because you got to have the right conditions.
I mean, you're just trying to figure out your playlist for the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
nice,
about it,
yeah.
man.
Uh,
Yeah. You have it down, and it's all just routine. You're so used to pressing, and
yeah. And such a large quantity.
yeah.
Being really clean is probably huge for that job, you know, as far as like
sanitation,
hygiene.
Yeah,
Some of the places,
lab grade, you know.
some of the places have you go in and shower before you work,
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
and it seems weird, but I understand it, you know. That being said,
As
though,
sterile as possible.
that Aaron Kamm concert, man, was absolutely amazing. I was telling you before the show started that's the first time I've been to Bearcats, and I fucking loved it.
Yeah.
The way the stage is set up down in a bowl. If you ain't ever been there, just imagine a cereal bowl, and down in the center of it, you got Aaron Kamm, his drummer, and his bass player. That's it, a band of three. Incredibly, playing the most incredible music ever. The vibes were fucking amazing. They had a couple people that had tents, obviously, right there by the stage. That they brought merch to sell their own. Like, there's a dude with tie-dye. I bought my first tie-dye shirt for fucking $45. I cannot
Jeez.
believe. I know, but dude, you see this? It's fucking remarkable. He also threw in the headband to match, so I was vibed out that night, man. But it was really, really awesome. And why not make money while you're camping? So there was people. He had pipes. He had hash pipes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
which I definitely should have bought probably, but I have one. But I thought it was really cool that it was there.
Mm-hmm.
Makes me wish I would have brought hash down there, especially every time I see your post, J Dog. I'd be looking at your post the other day. I'm like, what the fuck is he doing on this call? He's making coffee.
Oh,
That's the neatest picture,
Yeah,
and
the
gotta
siphon.
be. That's really really cool.
The coffee siphon.
I seen that, and I'm like, he's just vibing out on his patio. But yeah, Aaron Kamm music, the way down that bowl, it echoes. So you're down in it, and it just, the sound, you can't, I've never heard anything like this. And plus with the river in the background, it was amazing.
Yeah.
So if you've never been to Aaron Kamm, I highly recommend it. He's playing next week at JB, where we've seen him at the North event,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Jefferson Barracks.
Mm-hmm.
So if you haven't never seen him, you want a good vibe, I say go out there, take your shoes off, dance, vibe out. It's an incredible time. I enjoyed it. I wouldn't change a damn thing about it. It was very magical. And speaking of Black River, I don't know if you guys have known this. Besides it being a beautiful place, that same day I was down at Black River. Now, I was not affected by this, but I was in Black River on the 6th. The Doe Run Company. Actually, I'll just read it to you. Doe Run Company officials implement additional safeguards at the company's West Fork water treatment plant on Big River. What happened was there was 150 gallons of low pH water that was released. This actually had sulfuric acid in it.
Had what kind?
Sulfuric acid? I'm saying it wrong.
Sulfuric acid?
Sulfuric acid. 150,000 gallons that killed every fish for a strain of 4 miles.
Wow.
4 miles.
At Black River?
Yes, and it says now that it's been diluted enough that it's not harmful to people or animals now. But that's a lot of waste. Yeah. And and what I'm getting at this and why I brought this up is because this wasn't announced. I didn't see it on the news. I didn't hear it. I read it on a Facebook post that somebody from this county posted this, and then as I started reading it, it's true. It happened on the 6th.
Wow.
They dumped it in there.
150,000 gallons of sulfuric acid.
It was mixed with water, but it was diluted down, but still
Yeah, that's insane, dude. Like I can't even imagine the EPA fines that they're going to be facing on
right.
that. Like in the DNR. Both of those are going to come down so hard on them, they're done. Like I couldn't imagine.
You know, though, companies don't care.
Man.
You know, they'll do that, and then they'll turn around and they'll hike their prices to cover the loss, and they just move on.
Can you imagine being out there swimming? Now, they did this at a time that a lot of people aren't in the river. So it goes back to tell you they were knowing what they were doing was wrong.
Planned. Right.
When I was in the factory life, I remember it was nothing to take the fine from OSHA because you just have to pay it. We don't have no, like the glass factory, we had boxes and pallets of glass in between the leers. And that was OSHA regulation because safety had, fire hazard and all that. But we had nowhere to put it because the warehouse was full.
Mm-hmm.
So they just paid the fucking $5,000-$10,000 fine, That goes just like apparently what happened here with Doe Run. They got big money.
Mm.
But yeah, I thought I'd share that because I can't believe it was that much. And that
yeah,
we ain't being up to date on what's happening. You know what I mean?
Speaking of Black River, what's going on with this float trip that we're doing?
So the float trip, yes, CJ. I'm kind of behind on it because I've been planning a vacation with my nieces to Florida. So I've been taking care of that. And I kind of told CJ I'm down, but I need to. I haven't put much thought into it besides I'm ready. I don't think I'm going to camp that Friday. I think I'll go down and float Saturday. I might go down and camp, but not 100%, depending on if it's hot. If it's hot, I can't do it. Anything over 70, I can't sleep at night in a tent.
Gotcha.
But we'll be down there early to float. I would be down with that. And I'd be excited as long as there ain't no acid in it.
Yeah, it's pretty rough on rubber boats and tubes. And
We'll bring.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what I'll do. We'll bring CJ on one Sunday so he can talk us through, or at least guide us through. Because I know he had me in like 15 group chats, and I'm like, I don't know. I didn't know they were all the same trip. So then I was just really confused on why I'm in 15 different group chats about the same camping trip with different people.
Well, let's see. He was saying that the campsite, it can hold 4 large tents. But I don't know who all he has going and what all is going to be staying on his site to know if, because I was thinking, J-Dog, you were talking about taking your van. I was just going to take my truck, clear out the back of it, and put a inflatable mattress in the back
That's
of it.
not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Then I don't got to worry about tent or anything. So
Yeah,
we
no doubt,
we might
yeah.
just want to wind up wanting our own lawn.
Yeah, that'd work. all
I mean,
right.
I do have a 3-person tent for myself. If I do, I'll take with me. But
Yeah, we might just have our own lot next
Yeah.
to his. So, and he's got a mobile kitchen out of his camper van,
right,
And you got AC in your van, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I'll have an electric fan on the back of my truck blowing. So,
Well,
Hopefully it won't
I've
be
got
too
2 of
bad.
those as well.
and if it's at the lot that I'm thinking of that he showed me before, it's on. There's a riverbank there on, like we can camp on the river, like literally on it. Like it runs through the property.
Yeah, that's cool.
So
I just hope that there's some shade over the lots because otherwise my
there
truck will
isn't
get
where
really hot.
there isn't where the sandbar is, but obviously back on the back, there's trees in the woods. But yeah, it'll be fun. Camping's neat. Camping's fun, especially with the edibles. That's what saved my life while I was down there is the edibles.
Edibles,
Oh,
yeah, they
yeah.
normally do.
yeah.
And
That
the
nice,
drinks.
long buzz.
Yeah.
And just to touch base on that, and everybody, remember if you're out there camping, if it's 100 degrees, those gummies are going to go bye-bye.
Yeah.
There are some that are heat resistant. Wana,
Yeah, they'll melt.
Ostara.
Honestly, I think that it's like based off
Dose,
of
I think.
the type of canvas that it has in it. Like I've
Like if
noticed
it's
that
oil?
rosin ones
Yeah.
melt really fast,
Oh,
but
yeah.
distillate you don't have to worry about it.
Not as much. And that makes sense because Ostara, Smokies, and Wana all are distillate.
Yeah, and they don't melt. Yeah, so I think that it has to do with like being rosin or live resin that they melt. But if it's distillate, you don't have to worry about the heat as much.
And if you're going camping, if you want the edibles and you're scared of that, you can take a baggie, put ice. I've taken styrofoam
honestly.
cups, put ice in it, and just put the gummies in the baggie on top of the ice. It's helped save me through a baseball game.
I mean, honestly, if you want that, then just get your thing a little can of dips.
Yes, and that,
It's 25 milligrams. It's a little pouch, and it's already in a waterproof canister. You just take and put it in your cheek, and it tastes like mint or mango, like whatever flavor they have. You don't.
or
you
the
know.
shots. So I
Yeah,
did,
or you
like
could
this
do-
morning, I did a shot that was 20 milligrams of weed, 100 milligrams of caffeine.
Yeah, do like the Sogandra sodas. And toss them in the cooler along with the beer. You know,
Yep.
somebody's gonna have beer, so just make sure that can be real bad for them if they aren't paying attention.
Yeah, if they grab the wrong
Right. or kids.
Yeah. Well, normally we had a soda cooler for the kids, and then we had one that was separate, further away
helps.
from that one. You know,
Had the adult Kool-Aid in it.
Yeah, like you always open it up, and there's like a half-drink bottle of Hawaiian Punch. And you're like, I know that's not Hawaiian Punch. You know,
Jungle juice.
Yeah, exactly. That and beers and
Or like these sticks here that I gave you guys. This can go directly on the tongue or into a drink. Bottle of water, it said, but strawberry lemonade, 40 milligrams.
yeah.
What I don't like about this is they tell you that the dose is a quarter of the stick. But after you do it, it's already open now.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah, no.
It's pretty
once
much-
it's open, you're
Yeah.
committed.
But I guess I just let you know that to save our ass, dose this out.
Yes. Dosage is important.
Flour's going down good.
They had a good flavor.
Yeah, it's nice.
So as far as soccer, I got on my list here of things. Last night I wrote some topics down because I was watching a lot of soccer last night, amongst other sports that
You
I'll
watch
cover.
the most random shit that I would never ever pick for you to watch. You know that, dude?
Well,
Like-
sometimes the weed takes me there. I'm not gonna lie. The weed, dude. Don't get me started getting stuck on Animal Planet on Saturday morning.
dude. Oh man.
I sit there. My wife, she accepted a new job. She's a kitchen manager now of St. Genevieve's Casey's, and she had to get out of this one because of drama.
You
But
say
anyways,
St. Genevieve?
St. Genevieve, yeah, it's a 35-minute drive. So,
That's kind of yeah.
but she got a good raise for it, and she wants her own kitchen, and this is her own opportunity. You know, she's growing up with the company, so that's cool.
She has, absolutely.
And
wow.
nervous about the drive too, but she took off, so she was here Saturday with me. So she is sitting on the couch with me, and I'm watching Animal Planet. And they're doing science, DIY science experiments. And I get suckered into that shit so fucking easily. So this was the start of the morning, was that. And they're taking three cups of water, yellow, red, and blue, the primary colors. And then they take paper towels and they roll them up. And they just link them over to each other. And the water, the dyes will transfer to make a solid color. And it's fucking mind-blowing. Yeah, that's like 2-hour show that I get suckered into. Then soccer's on. And I'm like, damn, because St. Louis has a soccer team. So I thought, this is cool. But I'm watching and I'm just getting tired. Like, and what I thought about was my brothers and you. So the reason why I wrote that down is because that's how basically I ever met Joe, was he played soccer with my brother Nick and Ethan. What, are you watching soccer?
No.
You don't like soccer anymore? That was just a kid thing?
No, I'm not watching it no more.
It's fucking crazy, the endurance these people have.
Oh, dude, it's unreal. It is like they're
The football field
they're
on
extreme
crack.
athletes, man.
It's so huge.
Yeah, like how they can run, and it's insane because it's very exhausting. It's constant sprint, stop, sprint, stop, sprint, stop for hours, you know.
And then they're kicking shins, and I'm like, none of these guys are wearing shin guards. I guess it makes you not cool if you're wearing shin guards. You don't want to be cool and have knee pads and shit on. I'm like, they're falling down, getting kicked in the legs and shit.
Dude, I thought, like soccer is brutal and everything, but a sport that I will sit down and watch sometimes is rugby.
Never done that.
Never watched rugby? Rugby is by far like one of the most brutal sports I've ever sat there and watched, other than like UFC or something. But like where two teams are going against each other with a ball, that is absolutely insane. It is, dude, because they're not wearing pads. And these guys
by choice?
Like you don't wear pads in rugby.
That's
it's a
crazy.
cross between soccer and football, right?
Okay.
But these guys,
Sounds
they're
very dangerous.
bigger than the fucking linebackers for our NFL teams.
Holy shit.
They are massive. And dude, when they smash people, because you have to take the whole body to the ground, so they actually pick each other up and smash them on the ground.
Fuck that.
Dude, it's crazy.
Can't
These
do
guys,
that.
Like, there's not you think that the teeth in hockey is really bad? Look at the rugby players' teeth, dude. None of them have teeth. It's
makes sense.
insane. Rugby is pretty cool to watch.
I'll have to put that one on the bucket list too. Because like I said, I never watched soccer before. But yes, I think since this is going on, I know it's like Canada, Mexico, and the United States. And they're playing in San Francisco, I think it is.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It just is.
It'd be pretty great if
I
we
was
go-
thinking if any of them are stoners, and I'm like, I don't know if you could be a stoner and play soccer. But
if they do, it's
possibly.
probably edibles.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
not going to do anything to the
Yeah.
lungs.
That's right.
No smoking.
Yeah. So probably that.
We
What was I just thinking of? Man, I just had a topic that I wanted to take and bring up. Now it completely lost it. Damn it.
Was it about the malfunction in Sky Screamer swing ride at Six Flags?
Nobody heard about
that. So many hours.
Yeah, I heard
So
about that.
me and my brother Ethan went to Six Flags 2 Saturdays ago.
Yeah.
Because we woke up, I smoked a joint.
Is the Screaming Eagle still?
It's still there. They've redone some track on it.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
because
my
I
gosh,
rode it one
man.
time and I looked
I
over
think I had
and
whiplash.
everything was looking rotted, and I was
Yes.
thinking, this is really bad. You
Yep.
know?
They actually
You're already
did.
halfway through it.
Well, that's why I asked if it was still there.
It's-
because
Being 42 years old and 225 pounds is not like 15 years ago, Travis, or even
yeah,
25
yeah.
years ago,
I bet
Travis.
you really feel everything.
So we woke up. I did a dab. I smoked a joint. I called my brother and I'm like, dude, let's go to Six Flags because it wasn't that hot. And he said, awesome, we'll take the little car. And he drove. So I was like, this is even better.
Yeah.
So I took edibles. So we get up there. He eats some edibles. We find out it's $5 cheaper to buy the season pass than a 1-day pass and parking. So note, if you're listening, you want to trip, now you can go back and park for free and everything. So I do have a season pass, but we get in. The first thing you do, I don't know what you guys do, but it's Batman. It's right there to the right. That's the first roller coaster.
Yep.
Man, I got on that thing, and he put that latch on me, and, he checks it. You check it. You got your little seatbelt buckle there to save your life if it breaks loose, right? I check it a couple different times, you know, and then it takes off, and I'm like, fuck, I just feel weird about this. Probably too high on edibles at this moment. You know, the adrenaline's a little high. I'm hearing the
the ticking as you're
chains
going up.
and everything pulling you up. And then you get up, and you know this ride will take off to the right, and it just drops you down off. And, man, like I said, being heavier, I think, throws you into those bars more than what it did when I was 170 pounds, you know. We went to the next roller coaster, the Ninja.
Oh, no. Dude, Ninja's rough.
It is, and it's still fucking rough. And then the last one we rode was the American Thunder, which was the Evil Knievel. That one hurt my belly so bad. That was the one with the lap bar that came down, and because of the speed and the weight, that thing gets an extra click, you know. And there ain't no loosening up. You don't want it loosened up. You don't want it to loosen up, but you want it.
You want to.
Oh my God, dog!
But you still want to be able to
slinging me around. This is the longest roller coaster in that part. We got done. I looked at Ethan, and I'm like, dude,
I can't take
that
it.
rattled my brain.
Yeah.
Like I'm.
Dude, the Boss is so bad for that too.
Yeah.
The Boss, those
The Boss,
wooden
the Boss.
roller coasters.
Yes.
Oh my gosh!
I forgot
man,
about
that
the
thing
Boss.
just whips you around so bad.
You
Like-
definitely feel the wooden ones.
Oh, they're rough.
That's the one that.
They're
yeah.
so rough.
So.
There was one there, I think it was the old mine car. And it
Yep,
was-
that's still there too. Yes, it is. The only thing that's
that
not.
was another one that was really, really rough. It'd jerk you around in spots.
Yeah. Mr. Freeze is still fun though.
Yeah.
I like Mr.
The only
Freeze.
one that's not there that I remember being a kid was Thunder River. Thunder River's gone.
Oh,
They
yeah.
put this swing that we're speaking of. So me and my brother were talking about this because, you know, in my mind I'm high and I'm like, I don't want to fly off this roller coaster. Like, am I too heavy for this thing to hold me and like secure me at to my weight? Yeah, there's a height limit and I meet it, but what about the weight limit? And I know I'm not that big of a dude, but my thought process, you know. It was a different experience all the way around. Like I said, I wanted to go to the Lazy River, so I thought, I got the season pass. If I go back, at least I can do that. But me and Ethan looked at these swings, and we're like, that'd be really cool, because they used to have these swings that we rode before when we were kids, but they weren't 120 feet in the air. 120 feet in the air. These were lower. The Superman is where this machine is now. And I rode Superman, and that was freaky. That was just a free fall. Everything comes up. But they got stuck on top of this for 3 fucking hours.
Yeah, they had
120 feet.
They had to use a crane and a basket to get them down.
Wow. And you know, at that height anyway, that's scary. In
Oh,
and
of
itself.
course.
Because in Eureka,
I
you're
mean,
looking over.
Yeah.
You're
Well,
higher than the Ferris wheel.
First, you're panicking after taking so long.
Yep.
Because you don't know what's going to happen.
Yep.
And then when you see that coming and having to crawl out, and even though you're being assisted and everything else, that's still something that is that unexpected is what would just be scary.
It was. I'm glad no one was hurt.
Absolutely.
But like reading shit like this, that machine ain't down. They didn't take it down. It's running.
Oh yeah.
Like
It said that they had to shut down until they performed a full technical inspection or something like that and checked every bit of it, and then they were turning it back on.
Yeah, that sounds really reassuring.
Yeah, you know, like their technical inspection is done by a kid that just graduated last week. He's like, well, I've been here for about a month. No big deal. Walking in, yeah, that looks right. Yeah. Like, who's doing the inspection?
the other sign of me getting old is, to piggyback off that, is the operators of these fucking machines.
Yeah, seeing the
So,
ages.
when I was a kid, I thought they were adults.
Yeah.
Now that I'm an adult, I'm looking at the dude running it, and he barely got a mustache, and I think he's probably 16, 17 years old. You're push and go? You're the one going to push go? What if we
he's
get...
also the one in charge of the emergency stop.
Yes.
Right. Yeah.
So
Keep that one in mind instead of pressing the go. He gets charge of the stop.
I don't know. I guess everybody started from the bottom, moved up, and maybe he did it. But to me, if you're doing that, running that machine, you need to be up there. You need to be like 30.
Real world experience.
I did. Every time I walked around there, I was just like, man, you're push and play.
Dude, have you seen some of the roller coasters that they have in Japan?
I've seen some
where they're missing sections of the track.
No.
Like inside the loops, the whole section of the track is gone.
No.
So that it can the thing catches the other side of the
Nope.
loop as it's going. They got ones that just operate off of magnets, so that the whole thing has a space in between it. You know, so there's no friction points whatsoever. So they're like the smoothest rides possible.
Right.
It's all you're floating through the air going on these rides, essentially using magnetism.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any power fluctuation, anything.
Yeah.
not for your boys. Travioli
Not
says
enough
no.
redundancies to anything like that would make me say, "Oh, I want to do it."
Yeah.
I've seen a water slide that did something like that you shot over, like
Yeah.
there was a gap. Even that was fuck no.
Yeah.
All right, my anxiety's coming back. We got to change that subject. We're gonna hop back on pot plants real quick
Right
because
now, we got a gnome walking with his head backwards, walking towards a magic mushroom.
yes, this is a very cool background that I found that I thought was cool. Sitting around smoking, jamming, DJing. So as far as the strawberry bubble bath, she's getting bushy. I'm gonna go out there. I'm gonna trim some of her up from the bottom. I'm gonna have you guys look at it. I'm gonna look into Jim's J Dog's fucking corner post idea and put for Scogg Net.
Mm-hmm.
So we were talking about Scogg Net, and strawberry bubbles is a great plant to have a Scogg Net on.
Yeah, you
because
need
it's
one.
super bushy.
Yeah.
Which I'm getting ready to run into. I might be to the point where I'm maybe too late, but I think that what he said is putting them on the corner, like 2x4s or 1x1 or something, and then being able to do that. I'm definitely going to do that. But Scogg Net, it definitely serves a solid purpose, right?
Yes, absolutely.
And you do such a great job with it.
Yeah,
and
we were
Jade,
talking about that earlier.
J-Dog, he nailed it. I mean, he was like, you see ShowMe greens grow. And then what's the problems you run into?
I've had so many problems. Not being able to bend everything properly and fill up each one of the spots. I mean, you fill everything.
Uh-huh.
And I never can get that done right. I've tried lowering this net down lower while they're young and tried to move through that way and then raise the net as it goes. But then when it gets full, I can't get back in the back to do anything, so I can't take it any higher to do any good. And,
Yeah.
but
And it's hard because it starts bushing out, and then what happens is that plant still grows more. So then you can't really raise it up without tearing some of the other solar panels,
And
you know,
you
the
just
leaves
don't
and
wanna
shit,
do
right?
that, yeah.
But do you have a secret technique, or you just is it maybe the material that you're using? Is that important?
Well, no, what's really is the height that you initially start your Scogg Net. And you have to take and judge your plant while they're pretty young. Like you gotta be able to tell if that plant is going to need a Scogg Net or if it's going to do better solo with a main cola.
Okay.
Because like if you're growing
With some natural LST, right? Doing natural.
Well, what I don't do any LST on mine until the Scogg Net usually.
Okay.
So what I'll do is I wait until they're, I don't know, about the third or fourth node, and then I top it, right? But I only top it because as it comes above the ceiling and it starts getting its first nodes and its first branches and leaves coming off. What I'm looking at those two, the very beginning of them, right? And if I see that they're not evenly growing, right? Like one side is growing way more to the left,
More dominant, right?
all right, and one only has like this tiny little sprig, right? Just go ahead and cut off that sprig, but that's going to make the other left side get even bigger because it's not trying to push energy to that little thing anymore.
Right.
So what that one is actually going to do is that's going to wind up turning into a top pretty much for you, a big top. So then that's going to be a branch that you'll be able to LST, right? And if you keep paying attention to that, you pay attention to the side branching. If that plant has strong side branching, then you top it once it hits 3 or 4 nodes. Or 4 to 5.
Okay.
Okay. And that's going to make all of your side branches come out. And then as soon as I notice those side branches are starting to take off a little bit, you still have the existing top. All that I'll do is every day I just go in there and I just push the top over. I don't use a clip. I don't use anything. I just go in there and I push the top over and I hold it till it's flat for a few seconds. And then once I notice that it's just kind of naturally hanging there a little bit, then I just leave it alone.
Nice.
Right.
That's a good tip. That's a really good
So
tip.
you're letting the sides catch up.
I let the sides catch up, And then once
That's how
they
you get that even.
yeah,
even
yeah,
fry.
and then once they're at my trellis height, which I think I have mine set up for about 16 inches above the pot right now. Then I just take and I keep pushing the top over while all those branches come up, and then you actually weave with a trellis net, right? You're not trying every time. You're not trying to take and pull the branch down underneath
You're
the
not
net
trying to do the same as
completely
the top,
and
right?
do that, right? What
But
you're
that's
doing
what
is
I do.
okay. Well, what you should do is once that comes up through the top net, right? You have the cross for the pattern, right? Leave the top on there. Just push it over and put it under. Put it like that. So you're not over bending it to make them want to snap.
Right.
And then you just weave through your squares, right? And then as you do that, your branches are going to have nodes, and that node is going to take over that square. So I put one node per square.
And that could go outdoors or indoors.
Exactly. Yep. And eventually, if I want them to get really bushy in the middle and not so much on the outskirts, then let them get a little bit more mature, and then take off their very top node on that branch. That branch will take and stop being really bushy at the end, but it's going to make all those tops that you filled in through your net, it's going to make them get the majority of the growth hormones. So they're going to go up, and this end will stay. So sometimes I'll take my ends and I point them towards the outsides of the Scogg net. I get all the middle filled, and then I clip my ends. And that makes all the middle of it fill and bush up. And then those tops, which normally take over all of your smaller stuff, you snip their ends. So they're going to take and they're going to come up at the same height as what's in the middle.
Now, when you say snip their end.
Yeah, it's the same thing as topping. You just take the very top node of that branch, you know, the very newest point of growth. You just pull it off. That's it. And that will take and make them redirect because, right, how plants, canvas plants work, they send all their growth hormone up to the very tip of their branch. But when you snip that, it's going to take and retransfer all of its growth hormones through all those top sites that you just wove along the top of your net.
Got you.
So you're cutting off the end because it has a whole bunch. You're redistributing it, and then as you go through stretch, it's healing while it's growing. So they're all going to grow together.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense.
And that's how you increase your yield too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Very good note. That's a lot better than I was even thinking, because there's a lot of different kinds of Scogg nets out there too, and there's different sizes depending. I guess if you're doing outdoor, indoor, or your standard, which I think most of them are like what 8x8.
No,
6x6.
Well, you mean for the
inside square diameter of the nets?
No, there's there's 2-inch and 4-inch.
2-inch and 4-inch. So
yeah,
don't
2-inch, 4-inch, and I think they even have the 6-inch. But yeah, I have my is it 3?
I feel like mine was like almost
I have,
4 or 5.
No, I have a small, because whenever you're first starting your weave, you use the smaller squares. I can't remember if they're 2 or 3 inches.
That makes sense. I never did that. Maybe that's a major problem of mine too.
Right. Yeah,
well, you use the smaller
thing.
squares so you have
using
more.
the larger squares.
That's what I did.
I could have swore mine were like this.
That's what That's why I said 8 inches. That's what I had, J-Dog.
So you use the small squares for your training, and then your big squares like that are for your supports, so that your colas don't flop over. And when you go to cut them down, you cut through your small squares, but the big squares, you can drop the plant down through them. That's why they're bigger and wider,
That makes
without
sense.
messing up your colas.
Yeah, I was doing that wrong.
Yeah.
Same here.
That's why.
And I was only using the one net, and that's why I quit using it, because I could never get it to.
Well, I had
I'd bend those branches down underneath, trying to get it to line up into that square.
Yep.
You know, and
Big
they
square.
They were big squares.
Okay, yeah. Tried these small squares.
Wow.
I should have started with that. For the sizes
we
of it.
we even teach ourselves at times.
Yeah.
That's the good thing about coming together at the congregation here.
One important thing a piece of advice I'd like to put out there is don't take in for your first layer of trellis net. Don't buy an elastic one.
That's why I touched with fabrics, because
buy the cheap one that looks like just cheap white webbing. Right? They sell it. It's like $10 a pack, and you get like 50 feet of it. Right? Just use that, because you're when you go to harvest, all of your branches are going to be wove through that.
Right.
Right. Yeah.
So you're going to have to cut it off. Use an elastic one for your very top one because you can reuse it. It sounds like it went bad.
Yep. Reset mic.
There
That
we
makes
go.
100%.
That sounds a little better.
That's real good.
Yeah, so
concept.
use the
Now don't
elastic
move.
for the top and the cheap one
Right.
for the bottom.
So
Save you-
that
save
also
you some
tells me
money.
that I was using the wrong thing because mine was like that twine that they make survivor bracelets out of.
Oh, yeah, like paracord?
Yeah, like paracord.
Yeah.
That's what this was, and they were like 8-inch squares, and that makes 100% because you don't want to cut that.
No, they're expensive.
They was.
Yeah, they're elastics.
And then I also used one that was like twine that I bought real cheap. That I don't know if it was meant for that, but whenever I went to harvest, it was terrible because when I was cutting through it to get the branches out to harvest to start trimming, particles were getting wrapped up with the stickiness of the buds and on the stalk.
Well, the secret to that is whenever you're going to harvest, right?
Yeah.
Cut that netting out of your plant. It's the top of it's already being supported, right? Because it has the top trellis net holding all of your colas. Cut out that netting because gravity is going to make all of those particles coming off that white just fall to the ground instead of the plant already being hanging. Because then gravity, everything's going to fall down into the buds. Cut it before you take and harvest it. Then you don't have to worry about that.
Oh, yeah. Well, me and J-Dog both learned something today on that, and I hope you guys did too.
This is great. I had a refresher on it yesterday. I just harvested all of mine yesterday, so I just went through this
just went-
process of cutting through all the
It's funny
netting
how
and
things
everything.
fall in place,
Yeah.
But good news is we also are getting a new mixer.
Sorry, everybody. Technical difficulties.
Yes, we're done with this shit.
Yeah, we're getting some new equipment.
Taking the proceeds of the hats, which I still have 5 hats, and I'm thinking about maybe doing something on the social media where,
A giveaway?
share. Yeah, go ahead and get some of them out there, like share, tag 2 friends, or something like that. Just to get some hats. They're the East of Elvins 310 hats, so I keep them on me. So
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and get the mixers. I want to thank everybody that bought them before and helped with that, because now we're going to get a mixer, and I think I'm going to have sound effects and shit.
Yeah.
That'd be really cool.
We like sound effects.
Yes. But it's done good. It's got us through a year and a half of podcasting, and yeah, not mad at it. It's went through a lot.
Yeah.
From our first
China mixer.
yeah, the China mixer. Yeah, I still got that underneath there.
Yeah.
But yeah, digital, get away from these knobs because they just get old. So want to thank everybody for that for sure. I also want to let everybody know that, I don't know if you've seen on the social medias, but I have pipes for sale. My friend Dan Rowe, I met this dude when I lived in the South Side. I was working at a factory, and I used to work at a glass factory, so I love glass. As weird as it sounds, I look at it a lot different than most people do.
Yeah.
And I can appreciate glass.
Yeah. Especially the different pieces that were made at the glass factory. too.
Right.
I've got several
old
different
cars.
jugs and stuff that are just beautiful. That
It's
I'll always keep.
And I was in quality control, so I actually had the sample room. So any bottle that was made, I had the sample of it.
Yeah, nice.
And they had like the donut bottles. That was one of the coolest ones. But I love glass. And one day I got off work and I seen this dude in the garage, and I'm looking at him, and he had a long beard. And he's wearing these dark-ass glasses, and he had a torch going. I'm like, what the fuck is he doing? I went and introduced myself because that's me. And he was blowing glass. He was blowing chillums.
Yeah,
He was well known in St. Louis. I thought just St. Louis until the other day when someone come in my shop from Oregon trying to sell us glass pipes and bongs to sell in the dispensary. And I told him about Dan Rowe, and he's like, I know Dan Rowe. You know Dan Rowe? And I'm like, you're from Oregon and know Dan Rowe? Like, the glass industry is really, really tight. Like,
It's very small. It's a very small part of the community.
And what I love about it is, like, people will find out how to do something, and they won't share that with no one. It'll be their specialty or what they did. Like, what makes Dan Rose so special is he teaches people how to do stuff and the things that he know. And he actually created all these chillums. He created the method, and the guy from Oregon told me this. Dan didn't even tell me this. He created this where he puts the clear glass in and then colored glass around it in this one thing. He torches it at a certain temperature, and then he puts in this other thing where he hits it, and it's on like rubber bands, and it shakes and vibrates or does something. And what that does is it mixes that colors up in the chillum, and makes them give a signature look. Well, he was teaching people that. He had an 8-station torch station that people could rent, and he'd teach them how to do it. Amazing dude, and he's super, super, super talented. He makes lava lamp chillums, which are really cool.
Yeah, I wanted to look at those. Yeah, those are pretty cool looking.
Let everybody know. Yeah, those I have glass for sale. Just to let you know. He's disabled up in Chicago. He still every now and then can get in there and make some pieces. Takes him a little bit longer, but he's really good at it. And I told him, dude, I would love to help you sell that. Like I'm just doing it to help him basically.
Yeah, that's cool.
But they're customized and they're all solid pieces. And once you look at them, every single one of them, because I'm a quality control freak, I was just looking, and all the mouthpieces are almost exactly the same size. The diameter of the bowls are a little bit different, and they're smaller so that you're not burning smoked up weed. You get a couple hits, 3, and then you knock it out. He has a little nipple on the side that you hit it so you don't bang it off the ashtray. You don't ever want to bang a glass chillum off the side of an ashtray.
No.
We've all done it. We've all done it. Just think a little taparoo.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so I got glass for sale too, chillums and a couple of Sherlocks.
Cool.
Oh,
yeah.
that's neat. Yeah.
Cool.
I would be showing them right now on camera, but I left them in my office because I'm selling. There's a lot of people over there that's liking them too.
Oh,
so,
heck yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I will have those on deck. So if you guys want to look at them, I haven't had to ship one the other day, and it cost me money. But I know that I'm helping him, and one of our listeners, Sarah Queen, or Ciara Queen. I want to say thank you. She reached out and she wanted 2 of them, so I had to go to the post office and mail it.
Yeah, very cool.
So getting out there, I want to everybody that listens to the show. We madly respect you. We're looking forward to getting this new mixer. Big things are coming. We're going to definitely do a podcast down there on the camps on the float trip.
Oh yeah.
It won't be live. It might be. I don't know how service is, but we got the little handheld thing, and it'll be fun.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll have to get with CJ and try to finish getting this thing planned up.
And we can always keep
We're
the
less than a
equipment
month out.
charged in the van.
That's very true too.
I'm gonna be running power from your van. I think the campsites have power. We'll have to find out. We'll have to get one because if it's gonna, we're taking our cars. I imagine we'll get our own.
I mean, if they've got power, I've got that external air conditioner, so we could actually probably vent that off into different ways. So.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Look at that. Taking it to a whole nother level. With that being said, we're rolling up on 42 minutes. I want to thank everybody for listening, dealing with our difficulties, but we'll get that fixed. And stay lit and keep it flossing on Davis Crossing. Peace.
Have a good one.
See ya.